What can we gain from the Tractatus, a philosophical work whose conclusion declares itself a self-contradicting system? Let's set the stage with an assessment of why we should analyze anything in the first place. I think most of us can agree that we naturally want to experience what is good in life, thus revealing a deeper truth in this feeling placed within us. However, there needs to be a distinction. Good must not mean what is merely pleasurable from a sensual perspective, but what is truly good for our being, souls, and what we were created for. Thus, truth and meaning are not created by the individual. If one makes it their goal to pursue this happiness in line with Aristotle's definition, it should be done ethically and in line with the order of what is truly good. Thus, we should seek to unite every action with the will of the ultimate good, the very source of life and law itself, God. My goal with reviewing or analyzing anything is to affirm life's true purpose by seeing the work itself as a creation of the artist, who is also a creation. My primary objective in reviewing the Tractatus from the aforementioned angle is to connect other ideas to individual assertions Wittgenstein makes, rather than attempt to justify his entire system, which I disagree with. Even though the Tractatus may be self-contradicting, it doesn't mean all of it is completely useless. If something, like a worldview, is wrong in its totality and doesn't contain the whole truth, or if you just simply disagree with it, elements of it can still be instructive in a way that points to the entire truth. Wittgenstein ended up showing that reality has an objective logical order that shows itself in an obvious way, an order that was able to render the logical conclusion that the totality of his philosophy was contradictory in the first place. Thus, he showed the existence and necessity of order quite poignantly. By creating something that contradicted itself, he showed that logic and order are real, otherwise we couldn't know that the theory contradicted itself. Additionally, by devising an entire system that devolved into a kind of solipsism, Wittgenstein actually made the case for the necessity of objective meaning and the unsatisfying and self-contradicting nature of creating one's own meaning. Not only can there not be a meaning if meaning doesn't exist, but it wouldn't be good to create our own meaning because believing that you can create your own reality and truth can be dangerous. Wittgenstein's view in the Tractatus is summed up in the following remark from the preface. What can be said at all can be said clearly, and whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. But how do we know everything can be said clearly if we can reason that we can't think everything? Wittgenstein's concern about the nature of reality is intriguing. Many parts of the Tractatus function as a foundation for how we can approach objective meaning if what is revealed to us through sentences is obviously that which exists and is therefore describable and real. He writes, "It used to be said that God could create everything except what was contrary to the laws of logic. The truth is we could not say of an unlogical world how it would look." He also writes, "Logic is not a theory but a reflection of the world." In Wittgensteinian language, that the world is logical shows itself. You can read my full review on my Substack.